Okay, let's start stuffing a cushion. First thing we need to do is cut the foam to match. Now, take a nice ruler, yardstick, and measure your cushion. This cushion is 21 1/4 wide by 23 1/2. Okay? Now, we could write that down if we want to, but when we're cutting the foam for our seat cushions, we need to cut it a little bit bigger. So it was 21 1/4 from front to back. We're going to make it 22 1/4 from front to back by, what was that measurement? 23? I don't remember. Oh, 23 1/2, so it'll be 24 1/2. Something else to keep in mind. This foam right here came from the factory, and it has a firm edge. You see that rubberized edge on it? That's really not good to put on a portion of the cushion that is going to be facing outward. So we're going to use that for the back of the cushion. There you go, get my camera girl back on the task here. There we are. So I've got 22 1/4 by 24 1/4. 22 1/4. I'll mark it right here. 22 1/4. And then I'll mark it again up here. 22 1/4. Good. And I'll score myself a line. Okay? That hard to see in the film? My daughter's giving me the half so-so. I don't want to use a magic marker on this, although I could, because the fabric that is going around these cushions is light colored, and I'm afraid the magic marker will stain the fabric. Okay, so let's go with our 24 1/2. Now, if you don't trust your cushions, or you're working off a piece of scrap foam, you want to grab your rafter square, your carpenter square, to make sure it's trued up. In this case, I happen to know that this foam came right off a big old block of foam and was cut into sections. These blocks are square, good factory edges on them, so I can rely on that particular fact. Next, now that I've marked it, we've got a whole cushion. I need something to cut the foam with. In this case, I don't have a foam cutter, and those are rather expensive. But I'm going to use an inexpensive saw with very few teeth on it. Excuse me, with a lot of teeth on it. This is a miter saw from a cheap set, but this blade is going to do the job for us. The other thing is, I'm going to spray it with silicone, because this foam develops a lot of static electricity, plus it grabs onto whatever you put against it. So let's shake this up a little bit and get some silicone on my saw. And I'll put it silicone as much as I need, as often as I need it. Now here's the trick. Put the saw right on your line and drag it slowly. If you try to go too fast, you'll rip this foam apart. Only go one way. And I'm going opposite the cutting edge of the foam, of the saw. Just a little bit left. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the width now. A little extra silicone won't hurt anything. There we are, my camera's repositioning. Okay. Again, following my line and going as straight as I can. I'm just going to easy drag this saw across. You see that starting to tear? That little tear won't make a difference, but this technique can get much larger gouges in the foam, and you want to avoid those. So once again, easy long strokes. We're almost done. My daughter's trying to clean her clothes off. She got a little foam on her. That's why the camera's shaking. Some of this behind the scenes information is fun. Okay, just a little bit more. We have a seat cushion. I'm going to go ahead and cut the other cushions in the meantime, and we'll be right back.